Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Hope your week has been off to an amazing start, and I hope you all are in good health. So today you guys, we're out on the back patio. So in today's video we're going to be planting up some of my tomato plants. I did plant up a lot of my tomatoes and peppers already. Y'all had already seen me plant up the Green Stalk Tower about 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna give y'all a little update on that because we already got some of our carrots and everything sprouting. And then I planted up this little big planter behind me a while ago too. So I'm with Vego Garden, and Vego Garden was kind enough to send me out 4 of their tomato planters, or their self-watering tomato planters. So thank you so much for Vego for sponsoring today's video. So I have like maybe 5 tomato plants left that I started from seed. I have different varieties, so I shared that with you all before we start planting everything up. But I just want to give you guys like a little give you like a little intro of what we're doing today. So I have 4 planters they sent out to me, and these planters are self-watering. They even come with the trellis that comes with the planter as well, so you don't even have to worry about adding any support for your tomatoes once planted in this planter. The best part about this planter that I like is that it is self-watering. So all you have to do is fill it up with some water, monitor the water level, and then that's it. So it really makes making garden easier for us that may be new to gardening. Then it also, these things are great space savers. So if you have a small patio or a small balcony or space or whatever, you don't have that much room to grow a big garden or anything like that, these plants work perfect for that. That's what we're going to be doing in today's video, you guys. I do want to plant up I have 3 big containers that's over there in my vegetable garden bed that I want to get planted up today. But if we don't have time to do that, then we'll end up doing that in tomorrow's video. But today I at least want to get my tomatoes in the ground because I'm running behind on stuff. So I just want to make sure I get them out of those little seed starting cups that I started about 2 months ago. So I really want them to get in the ground today. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. So these are the 4 planters that Vego Garden actually sent out to me. So these are really great because they save you space. So if you don't have a big garden or a big space, these planters work well for you. They do come with the planter itself. It comes with a watering gauge on it. Like I said, it is self-watering, so you'll put your water in there, and then it comes with this trellis that attaches to each planter. Now you do have to put the planters together. It was not hard at all. I actually put it together myself. Simple, real easy to put together, not difficult at all. I love this because look how tall these trellises are, y'all. They are, I mean, they're tall. Just good for just growing tomatoes, but you can also put like cucumbers in here. You can do some squash, any kind of vining crop that you would need to you know, have support for. I think these planters will work great for that. They do come in 3 different colors. I think they come in like a cream color, or maybe like a taupe color, a green, and I think it comes in black. So they would send me out the green ones, which is fine for me because most of my stuff is like neutral anyway. So adding that little extra pop of color, it works fine. But yeah, I absolutely love these planters, y'all. They're like just like so unique, and they're great. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around. So like I said, I have like 5 tomato plants left that I need to get in the ground. I did go ahead and plant up my this main bed that's on the side of me. I did get that planted already with a bunch of tomatoes and peppers and things like that. Actually, let me just show y'all. So this is my larger bed here, and I planted all of this stuff up maybe about a couple of weeks ago. So I just added in some marigolds. I have some of my big tomatoes. What is this? I have like different varieties in here. So I have a yellow pear, I mix some basil, then I have like some, what is this, a brandy wine. I think this is brandy wine. Have some bobcat back there, different basil. So I planted, and then I have a few peppers in there as well. These are getting big. So yeah, I planted these up maybe a few weeks ago in this garden bed here, or this raised bed. But today we're going to be planting up, I have like these are some of my tomato plants that I started from seed. I started these like, what's the date on here? January 17th. So they've been in these cups for about a month now. So it's about time for me to actually plant them up and get them planted. So that's what we're going to be planting in the Vego garden bed. The Vego tomato planters today is these, my seeds that I started. Look how big it got. I think when I gave y'all an update inside my office, they were real small. And I really didn't think they were going to survive, but they actually did. I had them out here probably for a couple of weeks hardening them off because our weather had been really good. We've been in the 80s recently. It doesn't even feel like it's doesn't feel like it's spring. It feels like it's more like summer. So we definitely been having some 80 degrees today. I think it's like today is nice. It's actually like maybe 68 or 70 degrees today. So that's why I'm out here today trying to get everything planted up. But we're going to be planting some Granny Cottrail. This is the Baker Creek variety, and so far she has a lot of growth on it. I have this, I'm trying to stay out of the sun so y'all can see me. I also have this Cherokee Purple. So actually I have like 2 Cherokee Purple and 2 Granny Cottrail tomatoes that I'm going to be planting up in the Vego garden planters. So yeah, and then I also want to replace one of my plants in my green stalk, because one of the tomato plants that I started from seed did not survive. It actually died. But let me give y'all a close-up of what the plant is looking like. Green tower, y'all, as you can see, we have some sprouts down here for all of our carrots have sprouted. I think all of them have sprouted, y'all, which is good. Look at this. I overseed it so much. They all have sprouted. All of my oregano and everything is doing well. Cilantro is doing well. The pollen is just everywhere. So the pollen is like, that's what you see on here. These little specks is like the pollen from my oak tree that's in the front that's like all over everything. So I have a cayenne pepper. All that stuff is doing good. Trying to see, just giving y'all like an update on everything. Cucumbers is doing good. You can see all the pollen up here from the trees. This is my lemon balm. I think only one, and then this is my basil. Look, it took off. It's doing so good. This one is yellow pear is doing good. I think this is some type of, what is that? I think this is some type of mint that's here. My oregano is doing good. Only one that did not survive was this one, which as you can see is kind of, I don't think it's gonna do anything. I think it's dead. It's like look, it's like dead. So I'm gonna plant up one of my herbs in here, because this is the spot that I got left. So we'll do that today too. The green tower is doing really well. I only lost one plant, but that was the plant that I actually started from seed. So that was one of my tomato plants. It did survive. It was looking puny anyway when I put it in there. I was hoping that it was gonna survive and take off, but it didn't. So what I'll do is I'll replace that with I have some catmint that's over here that I started from seed too, that I'm gonna put in there. Yeah, and we'll see how it does. But yeah, but right now, y'all, I want to harvest my collard greens, because I at least want to harvest those, and I want to cook those tonight. And then I want the rest of them, I think I'm gonna pull out of there and actually put them in some grow bags and put them behind the shed. Because some of y'all had said, because I had asked y'all in one of my videos, I asked y'all what should I plant behind the sheds, and a lot of y'all have said put some cabbage back there and some of my crops that maybe don't need a lot of sun and everything, cause especially like collards and broccoli and all that stuff, they don't like a lot of heat. So it is behind the shed so that it doesn't get all that hot, you know, Houston sun. So I think I'm gonna pull up those collard greens and transplant them in grow bags and then put them behind my shed. And that way I'll have that bed is pretty large. I can use that to grow something else, maybe some other summer loving crops or whatever in that bed too. So yeah, so let's get the greens harvested, y'all, and then we'll go ahead and plant up these planters. Okay, y'all, so some of the stuff is already blooming in my garden, which I'm so excited for. So along my shed here, I have some roses. I just want to show y'all some of these beautiful rose petals that's been blooming. They are just taking off since I transplanted them over here behind my shed. They are doing so good, y'all. This rose bush. These are the David Austin Lady Gardner roses. And just look at the petals on there. I mean, just gorgeous. I mean, they're just so pretty. Look at it, just so pretty, y'all. I transplanted, this is like my second season having these roses in my garden, and they're doing so well. They was along the fence, and I had to move them over here because this bed here I'm trying to redo and everything. So yeah, a lot of stuff is taking off, y'all. So, but look at these rose petals, gorgeous. This one already has some spent blooms on here, but they start off as like a really pretty dark apricot color, and then when this blooms are old, they turn into like this white color like this. Really pretty. Look at this one. Look how pretty these roses are. They're just so gorgeous. And they smell so good, y'all. So I have 3 planted in this bed behind me along my side of my shed. I got 3 of them planted right here, and they're doing so well. I got a lime tree that I've been nursing back to health. I thought this thing was dead, but it's actually doing good because we have a lot of new growth on it. So it's doing good. And then on this side, I have like a clematis that I planted that I'm trying to train so I can have like a really big, tall sea of purple along this trellis up here for this clematis. So Yeah, I planted up these window boxes. These are some dianthus, and then some what is this called, dusty millers. So yeah, I planted some dianthus and some dusty millers here, and they've been taking off, doing really good. So those been in there for a while. Yeah, but anyway, so I just want to show y'all a little clip of what's blooming in my yard, because it's so nice to just see that stuff is starting to break dormancy and flowers are starting to bloom and just come into their own, since spring is almost here. So yeah, so we're gonna harvest our greens. So I got me some shears that I'm gonna be using, and then I just got my basket that y'all see me do with the broccoli. I'm gonna harvest those, and then we're gonna yeah, then we can move on and plant our tomato planters. Okay, y'all, so this is our harvest from our collard greens. Okay, you guys, so let's start planting let's start transplanting our tomato plants into these Vego tomato planters. So I'm taking off the trellises first, just because it's a lot easier to plant up without that trellis in the way. So I end up taking it off. So I like to start with some compost on the bottom layer of my planters, and then I go ahead and add in some potting soil, and then I'll add in a little biotone fertilizer as well, just to give the plants a little extra boost. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. I have 4 planters, so I'm gonna put one in. So 3 of the planters I have 1 plant in it, and then one of them I have to have 2 in there, because I do have 5 tomato plants that I need to plant. So I just got done planting up the 3 other planters, but I have 1 planter left, but I have 2 plants. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add in these 2 plants to this planter. Now they both are the same variety, so I think they'll be okay. So yeah. So, okay, I went ahead and added all of my planters over here behind my sofa on my patio because I still have like this little strip of area that I could put some plants. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything watered in. And then I am going to, these self-watering containers, you do have to fill them up until that little stopper goes all the way down to the bottom on the little glass dome. So right now I'm just going to water everything in with the watering can. And then I'm going to come back the next day and actually add all the additional water to the planters, because I have my barbecue grill going on the other side, so I don't want to have to drag that water hose all the way over here. So I'm going to go ahead and water that in tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it, you guys. But they're going to get, these tomato plants going to get real big, real tall, so it's going to have a lot of foliage. So it's going to fill in. You're probably not even going to be able to see the trellis. So I think it'll be like a little backdrop, little greenery for my patio. Plus, if I need any fresh tomatoes or anything, it's like right here close to the patio, close to the kitchen at least. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and tackle my Green Stalk Planter. It's only 1 plant that did not thrive. Place it with this catmint in here, which is like a herb. It's probably going to get big, but I can always take it out and transplant if it gets too big for the space. So yeah, I'm just going to, I already pulled the seed out, or the little string of plant that was left that dies. I pulled the roots out already, and I'm just going to add in the catmint and then just to fill in this place. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and check the water level on my planter here. It was dry where the planter didn't have any water in it at the top. And I think the last time I watered it was probably like maybe 3 or 4 days ago. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill it up again. And you want to fill this planter up until the water drains out at the bottom through the tube. That way you know that it's water that's getting to each level of the planter. Now, I did notice that some of my plants, I did plant it a little bit further away from the water reservoir of each section. So I'm going to take my watering can and just water any spots that I think that is dry. Just that way I know for sure that it's actually getting all the water and everything that they need. Because some plants in here was a little dry, and I think because I had the plants planted a little bit too far away from the water reservoir that's on the container itself. Okay, you guys, so I want to water my asparagus ferns here. I planted these last fall, I think it was. I think I shared that in one of my fall front porch videos or whatever. And yeah, so I want to prune these up or trim them, because y'all can see they already have grown super massive and overgrown a little bit. So I do want to trim, just give it a little haircut a little bit, and then also going to water it in. But yeah, I had these for like maybe a year now. They're doing so well. But as you can see, they say these plants are an annual, but for me, they definitely have been a perennial. I usually do have to cover them up when we have, you know, the few days of frost that we do have. But other than that, they usually do pretty well down here. So I'm just going to give it a haircut and just trim off some of this excess so it's not so, you know, all over the place. Okay, you guys, so this is my second asparagus fern. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the first one. I don't know if y'all can see, but it does have a little bit of damage in the center of the plant and then around the edges, because when we had that frost down here in Houston, it did get a little bit of damage. I did have it covered up, but it still ended up getting a little bit of damage on some of the branches. So I'm just cutting that out, and then I'm going to go in and trim everything up. Okay, you guys, so that is it for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you all got some gardening inspiration from this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.